right, good evening. I want to call this meeting of the Hardin County Board of Education to order. If everyone will please stand, we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. It's nice to see everyone this evening. And we're missing Mr. Bland. He's not feeling too well. So, Mr. Wise, do you have our board commitments?
I forgot them.
Good. Lucky for
There you
you.
go.
Lucky for you.
Okay. Hardin County Schools Board Team Commitments. To improve our effectiveness, the Hardin County Board of Education commits to keep children first, listen, be prepared, be professional, demonstrate financial stewardship, represent the entire district, and support district goals, and support board decisions.
Thank you.
Did I get A?
Yes.
All right.
Maybe an A-, but you're just right in there. All right, Mr. Wright, do you have our recognitions?
Yes, ma'am. If you'll pass those resolutions, we'll get started.
A motion?
I move we accept the recognition motion.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So we have several great people we're going to recognize this evening. First of which is Miss Laura Highball. Come on up, Miss Highball. See you back there. Yeah, let's give her a hand. Laura's the Ag Stream teacher at Creekside Elementary. She was one of 8 teachers from across the United States to earn the 2024 National Excellence in Teaching About Agriculture Award, and she was the only elementary school teacher. The award, sponsored by Farm Credit Services and the USDA National Institute of Food and Agriculture, was presented to her on June 27th in Salt Lake City. I had an opportunity to witness Ms. Highball in action, and she gets out there with that John Deere four-wheeler and has a ball, and those kids love it. So we appreciate what you do, Ms. Highball. Thank you.
And I actually have cotton on my desk that was picked from the field at Creekside Elementary, thanks to Miss Highball.
Absolutely. It's an amazing program. We encourage anyone who hasn't seen that to take advantage of that, that opportunity. There are several, of course, as always, we'll have 5 HCS Difference Maker Award winners. A couple of those could not be with us this month, but I do want to read about Lennox Alderman. He had a death in the family, and so they could not be here. But Lennox is a student, a 3rd grade student at Radcliffe Elementary. During an medical emergency in his classroom, Lennox remained calm and took charge. He called the office and let the office staff know that his teacher needed help. Lennox took it upon himself to do this. His quick response led to his teacher getting the medical aid that she needed in a timely manner. So he did a tremendous action and maybe saved a life that day. So we appreciate him, absolutely. So Brody Hart's here. Come on up, Brody. Yay. Brody is a Lincoln Trail as a student at Lincoln Trail Elementary School, and he is a personal champion. Brody contributes to the LTES school community in many positive ways. His fellow students feel empowered and important when talking with Brody. He embodies the Lincoln Trail Elementary School ROAR matrix every day. He is selfless in his actions, motivational in his speaking, and inspiring in his endurance. Brody is a wonderful student and is a personal champion for all he encounters. We appreciate you, Brody. Thank you. I think Brody's family is here. You all stand up or wave. Thank you for raising a tremendous young man. You all. Awesome. Is Mackenzie Logan here? Mackenzie? Yeah, come on up here, Mackenzie. So this is Mackenzie Logan. She is a North Hardin High School senior, and she is an engaged learner in our Portrait of a Learner competencies. Mackenzie is the company commander of the North Hardin High School JROTC. She is genuinely interested in helping others and provide services in positive and caring manners. During her 4 years in JROTC, Mackenzie has either led or participated on 4 JROTC extracurricular teams. As a member of JROTC, she participates in marksmanship, color guard, drill, raiders, J-Lab, and the honor guard. You were awesome. Thank you, Mackenzie.
Has some family here for her?
Yeah, is there family? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, stand up. Wave at us. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. All right, Miss Allison Kimball, you would know it if she was here, but she is not. She is actually, I think, leading a safe crisis management training course, which is why she would be receiving the Effective Communicator Award. So we're going to recognize her at the October board meeting. But Mr. Clay Smith is here. Come on up, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is the owner of Smith Family Farms, and he is our active collaborator this month. Clay Smith was a leader in the construction of an ag stream outdoor classroom at Creekside Elementary School. Mr. Smith volunteered his time, equipment, and resources to get the project started and to make the outdoor classroom a reality. Without Mr. Smith's leadership and collaboration, the outdoor classroom would not be the beautiful addition it is for students at Creekside. Thank you, Mr. Smith.
He's scoping out those kids. He's trying to get some good labor for you.
Well, that may be it's a wise choice. I was in that outdoor classroom earlier this week. Mayor Gregory came and spoke to some students in there, and it was a great place to have that session. So, thank you, Mr. Smith. Thank you to everyone.
Great facility.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you, everyone.
I believe
Thank
Ms.
you.
Highball uses that on a very regular basis.
All right. Mr. Sutton, do you have our focus on academics?
HCEC-OG Master accreditation for our teachers. One of the things that we've been talking about is how we build capacity with our teachers. When you have over 300 elementary teachers, how do you get your colleagues to continue to work together and learn from each other and have go-to people to help them learn some of these foundational literacy practices that we're doing? So what we did this year, we actually had people apply to say, I want to become an OG Master Teacher. And we're putting them through a very rigorous process of actually going through various walkthroughs and feedback sessions. And they actually signed up for various components of our foundational literacy. Some of them signed up for maybe 3-part drill, read words, dictation. Some of them one, some of them all, depending on what they want to become an OG Master in. That way, when you walk down the hallway next year, and you see these people that complete this process, they'll have a sign outside the door that says OG Master Teacher in this competency. That way, a young teacher that comes in says, hey, I need to go see Mr. Stith because he's good at red words. And that's my connection. That's what we want to see. So I want to tell you the teachers that are going through this process tonight. We actually have one come to speak to us a little bit about the process and how these practices are actually impacting her teaching and her students. So we have April Jackson from Creekside, Lauren Martin from New Highland. John, you want to scroll on down there for me just a little bit? We have Casey Robichaud, Lincoln Trail Elementary School. Kim Crowder, Cecilia Valley. Kim Thompson, GCB. Shannon Saltzman, North Park. Becky Riley, Creekside. Miss Ashley from Radcliffe Elementary School. Looks like we have Jamie Fay, Vine Grove. Miss Benson from Woodland. And Miss Mitchell from Heartland. So you see that's a great representation all across the county, from the north end, the south, to right here in the New Highland, John Hardin area. So we're very proud of that. And to give you a little, feedback on this process, I'm going to have Miss Jackson. I feel like this is Creekside night. Say everybody, from Creekside. So she's going to come up and say a few words. She's one of our special education teachers, and she is outstanding. If you've ever seen her in a classroom with kids, she is good. So she's amazing. So say a few words about this process.
Hey, Greg, just a point of clarification. I assume OG is Orton-Gillingham, the method for teaching.
That is the OG we're talking about here, Orton-Gillingham. That's right. That's right. Now, she's a teacher. She may have you answering questions, Ben, so get ready. Yeah, go right ahead.
Oh, they want me to have the microphone? Okay.
It's okay. You're close to their
I'm
microphone.
close enough. I'll get here next to Mr. Wise. He won't care. He knows I'm from LJ. It's all
That's right,
Yes.
you're good.
Okay, so Mr. Sutton asked me to just speak briefly about a few things that I love about structured literacy, which is everything. So I'm old. I'm year 27 out of UK. So to get me this excited to teach literacy again kind of speaks volumes. So as I was walking out of my classroom today, I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to show them how amazing it is to be OG trained. So the first few years, I was comprehensive. What that means is K through 2. So I could easily just grab, like this is concept 59, this is the concept we're doing this week, the schwa. Okay, so you may not be schwa specific, but it's really this simple and this exciting. You have your little box here. I have absolutely everything I need because of my training to teach schwa. And it's amazing. It's the best thing in my 27 years I have ever done. I can't even think of anything else I love more. And this year I moved to morphology, which is 3rd, 4th, and 5th, which I love so far equally as much as I did comprehensive. So on Monday, we introduce the schwa. In my co-taught classroom, we would send this home with the kids and we would say, teach your family about schwa, because we know that makes them super proud. Our amazing ISD department provides all of these resources, rapid word charts, everything to get us going. We have all the materials we need to help them to listen and write, which is amazing. We have decodable readers. We have one-pagers with comprehension, so we're covering all of that. We have writing. We have all of that. The beauty of the beauty for people who are super type A anal like myself, we have a schedule that's provided. I mean, literally, I tell my husband, you could walk in and teach OG. You really could. It's that amazing. We also have in-hand decodable readers, which align with that. We have mentor text, because I have the best administrators in the world, and Ms. Highball. We have mentor text. So not only are we learning about schwa, we're also reading about it, we're writing about it, we're doing all the things. So, Mr. Wise?
I am not taking a test.
Come on. So, that's the informal part. We even have word cards that with my co-teacher, we will hide all over the classroom. And they find them at a certain time of the day, and they're so excited to find their word, to write their sentence. They are ecstatic. It is just the most exciting thing I have done in a long time, and I'm old. So there's that. So Mr. Sutton asked me specifically, do you all want to see any of this? Because it's amazing. If you'd like to. I'm very visual. That's the special education. So every week we have a new concept. This week in our district, it's schwa in 2nd grade. So that's our concept. In morphology, we are doing Greek. We are doing Jecht, and we're doing Pratt and Chrissy. It's amazing. Absolutely wonderful to see these kids on fire to fall in love with words. And it's all because the district has invested in us. And it's amazing. So he asked me a few questions. How has it impacted my teaching? In every possible way. Because now we're structured, we're systematic. Literally, Mr. Wise could come do this. He could. And we're explicit. Every single day. Every single day. We have wiggle room to be creative, but we have the bones and the structure we need to get the job done. And that's huge in the world of education, because I've been in a lot of situations where I was responsible to create my own curriculum. And that's where the gaps form. And that's where we're sending kids from K to 1 to 2 with excessive gaps. And that's why we have non-readers. It just is. It's not my fault. It's not another teacher's fault. It's just we haven't been trained. We haven't had the curriculum until now because of Hardin County Schools. So that's huge. He also asked me, how has it impacted our students? Well, the beauty of structured literacy is it's for every kiddo. I'm special ed, so I'm in a co-teaching position, and what that looks like is I could be with a tier 1, a tier 2, or a tier 3 student. This is a one-size-fits-all, because the beauty of it is if I have a student, let's say, with a mild mental disability, I may be in a 2nd grade classroom, but in my time with them, it may be a kindergarten skill based on their disability, but the systematic, structured, explicit is the same, which is a gift. It really is. Let's see, what else did he ask me? Why do I want to be a master instructor? Well, I'm just, as my husband says, I'm just kind of ate up with it. Like, I just think it's the coolest thing ever, because I just have this rejuvenation. First of all, I love, love, love new teachers. They have been a passion of mine for a decade. So not only am I becoming a better educator, I want to be a master because I want to be a resource to my peers who are now my children's age. So I'm very invested in this because I love our profession and I want the new teachers to know, hey, I can walk down the hall and Miss Jackson will talk my leg off about morphology. Or I can walk down the hall and she's going to say, take her schwa box and go teach.
Yes.
So, is that do all your questions? Yeah, you did. On a side note, I am so appreciative because we have written numerous grants to get chapter book sets because I'm a novel study nerd. It builds a community like no other. And when I came to Creekside, there weren't a whole lot of chapter book sets, and the foundation has awarded us several grants to receive those chapter books, and that's how we grow as a classroom family. That's how we get those older students to embrace reading again. So I'm just very, very grateful. Very, very grateful.
What's the word schwa?
So these are all schwa words. Bacon, extra, sleep, soda.
I was thinking extra bacon, soda, and I'm asleep.
I love it. But I would love for you to come teach the schwa with me, Mr. Wise.
Y'all are doing a great job.
Well, we're doing a great job because ISD supports us to have what we need to do a great job. And that's not every district.
Appreciate you saying that.
Thank you.
It is. Exactly.
But with over 300 teachers, this is just 12. And I don't want to limit her access to just her school. If we have a young sped teacher needs coaching, needs support, that's what this is for. It's also encourage your colleagues to maybe sign up for this next year. We'll grow our younger teachers in the profession. That's our goal. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good job, yeah. That's good stuff.
It's exciting.
When the
I'm
teachers-
excited now.
When the teachers are excited, they're doing a good job.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You gotta love what you
The
do.
kids can tell, too.
And I am sure glad I'm not one of those teachers at Parkway where we was today.
Yeah, no,
Ooh. Yeah. They got their hands full, them youngins.
busy time.
Special people.
Yes.
All right. Departmental update, finance, Jessica.
Good evening. I'm Jessica Annis, Director of Finance of Hardin County Schools. And I've got a little PowerPoint up here if John's working on it. But you may say, what is finance? So the best way I can explain it to you is, of course, by numbers. And the first, I'll wait till John, there he goes. So one of the first numbers, I have been in this position for almost 20 years. And if you take my staff of 9 has been, and myself have been here a combined 160 years. So if you average that by 10 and don't take super math, that's 16 years that my department has been in years of experience in Hardin County Schools. So it is a lot. So we're pretty good, efficient machine, I feel like, sometimes, most of the time. We get kinks thrown at us every once in a while, but overall, we run, I can't brag enough about, my ladies that work. Most of you know them, Angel, Melissa, Terry, Sheila. They're kind of more accounts payable, school, and Tammy Courts. And then the 4 ladies in payroll, Tammy, Han, Marcia, Nicole, and Hannah. They do an excellent job. I can't brag enough. Like I said, most of you know I drive a long way. I live on a different time zone. And it's because, I support this district, and I've got a great staff and a great bosses, and I just want to say that. So to go on about the other numbers, the 226 million, the 251, the 226 million was the total expenses. And you may say, well, that's how many checks, that's how many bills we paid last year. It's a lot of checks. A lot of money goes out, but we took in 251 million in receipts. So that's all the funds. There's numerous funds. I'm not going to get into all the fund accounting because I was told to keep it short. So that's a class you can come see me on if you're interested. We currently have a little over 3,012 active employees in our system. And we are a AA2 in our bond rating. And I have to brag on Chip and Kelly from Baird. They worked really hard with us several years ago. We actually went out on our own to get our own bond rating because the state has a worse bond rating than we do. So they are a AA3. So the only two higher than us is a AAA and a AAA1. So we're very good. That helps us get great, interest rates and all of that when we go to bond to build the new facilities. So the $24 million, that's alone how much we paid in payroll just the month of June. It's a pretty big number to pay out in the month of June. If you don't know, if you're in school finance, you don't take off in the summer like everyone thinks. We are here a lot in the summer. It's our fiscal year end. We pay that much in payroll, but we also have to pay all the retirement reports, all the year end for the grants and all of that stuff. So it's a lot of money coming out usually in June for us. The $175 million, that's the general fund revenue, and I emphasize that number because usually that's where we talk about most of the other funds are self-sustaining with child nutrition and Fund 2 for the grants and things. So that's our kind of where we operate and pay most of our staff and all of our overhead out of. The 409, that's how many employees we've entered since July. So every employee is processed by HR and who do a fabulous job and then send them over to my department. We have to enter them into Munis, get all their deductions set up, make sure their pay is correct. So there's a lot of ins and outs. There's a lot of transfers, moves. People jump on for one day and then jump off. And so we are constantly, both departments, working to process to get everybody entered, hopefully correctly. The 2.2 million number, I have to brag, this is the number of tax savings that Angel and I calculated we have saved by doing all of our own purchasing for construction. So when she works very hard on that, I think John can relate to that. Her working to do all the POs and pay all the bills has saved us this money by not having to pay sales tax. And the $6.3 million number, I have to brag on JP Morgan Chase since going with their investment team in 2020. That's how much we have earned in interest in the district. So they have done
Which number is that? Sorry.
The $6,391,709. So they have done an excellent job of making sure we are in compliance and investing our money whenever we bond and just overall when we get extra revenue through taxes and streamlining that down so that we make the best return on our money. So that's all I really have. Do you have any questions?
So what was the period for that 6.4 million again?
Since 2020.
2020. All right. Thank you.
So Jessica, the AA2, is that only for school districts or do all?
That's just Hardin
That-
County specific.
I know, but I'm saying the AA2.
No, that's on Moody's ratings. They rate
Okay.
different
Well,
municipalities
it
and
could
all,
be
yeah.
multiple.
Yeah, it's through Moody's that we
Okay.
got that.
That's just a bond rating that a company or, in our case, a political entity can get. So.
Yes. And it was a pretty rigorous process that we went through. I mean, Chip helped out a lot, but and Kelly, but it's not something just anybody can probably would tackle. It's you've got to be willing to go out and get it. I would say the larger school districts, I know Warren, Fayette, and all of the bigger ones have done it, but I'm not sure most of the smaller districts go for that. So, anything else?
Yeah, I know a lot of towns don't have a rating anywhere near that good.
No. Like I said, it's almost impossible to get a AAA and even a AAA1, so I feel like we're in great shape having that. If it's better than the state of Kentucky, so that speaks a little bit of how good it is. So, all right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jessica.
I'd say Jessica has done a good job for us because we've had a couple of audits that were perfect. And
Absolutely.
They don't get better than that.
We've been very fortunate. So, all right. Recognition of visitors, and we have not had anyone sign up. Construction updates. We had a lot of construction people at our noon meeting. Phase 1 of Central Hardin is coming along. We heard working on a punch list, so that means we're getting close. They've made some more progress on the social stairs, and hopefully that's going to be getting wrapped up very soon, hopefully. But they have made a lot of progress over there. Phase 2 seems to be coming along pretty well. Most of the demo has been done. They're working well to make sure that we're able to continue to get food to our students, and that seems to be moving along. And we had updates on West Hardin, and they're starting to cut in some roads or paths back to the construction site, and hopefully we're going to start seeing some exciting things going on there soon. I think we have our groundbreaking there coming up soon. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
September 26th.
So we're just trying to hold everybody to their dates and get things moving along. I think we were told that band and ROTC
And JROTC should be back in their area.
by the end of this school year. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and keep pushing for that. So, all right, does anybody have anything they want to add to the construction?
John is saying it's band and ag. My apologies. I thought it
Band and
said
ag, I couldn't-
JROTC. My apologies.
Was thinking ag, but ROTC made more sense to me, so I wasn't sure. All right. Moving on to the consent agenda, we have our instructional services, student services, approval of the school district calendar committee. Already time to start looking at next year's calendar. Approval of Central Hardin High School senior class to travel to Tennessee from May 8th through the 10th via commercial carrier. Financial services, we've received the monthly financial reports, approval of orders of the treasurer, received the school activity fund balance report, approval to declare listed transportation items surplus to be sold via sealed bid ending on October 18th. Approval of the fiscal year 25 working budget, getting down to finally our final deal. Approval of change order 1 for the new West Hardin Middle School. Some change orders for phase 1 of Central Hardin. Approval of BG5s for the new East Hardin Middle and Cecilia Valley Elementary. BG5s are always nice to see you start actually closing something. And approval of school-wide fundraisers. We've got our certified and classified personnel actions, approval of a stipend adjustment for instructional assistants with 64 college credit hours that are filling in for substitutes, going from $35 to $45 a day. And then we received SBDM minutes, PAC information, approval of the local revisions to policy, and approval of minutes from all of our mini August board meetings and a special meeting that we had in September. And does anyone have anything that they want to discuss, pull out, anything?
On the transportation surplus items, I'm assuming that they do something, and I usually miss that, but we're putting an ad in the paper, I hope, and maybe John Wright can work that in a social media post somewhere, some type of marketplace thing or something I would like to see those numbers get up a little bit. I know buses don't bring a whole lot because there's not a lot of use for them when schools get done with them, but I would like for us to get all we can get out of them.
I agree, and the more people that know what's going on, better chance we've got. So, anything else? If not, I will entertain a
I'll
motion.
make the motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I don't believe we have any action items or new business this evening. So superintendent's report.
Yes, thank you. The superintendent's report is not the report that I wanted to share, but feel at this point it's a necessity. We have an officer out in the foyer right now, but since the school year has started, we have spent hundreds of hours on social media threats. As of 5 o'clock today, we have 6 students who made very poor choices and are housed in a juvenile detention center as a result of that. And so while Mr. Wright and I are going to create a video, I need people to know this is not to scare children, but it is to inform them about there are consequences for your actions. And when your actions put fear in others, it is not something that we can tolerate in our schools. We want our children to come and feel safe and be at a learning environment that teachers like Ms. Highball work incredibly hard for, Ms. Jackson. A parent said, I'm getting tired of the one calls. And I said, I agree with you. I'm tired of making the one calls. None of us got into the field of education to spend these endless hours searching down these poor decisions that our students make. So I just plead with our parents to make sure you know what your children are doing on social media. It starts with you. There is different things like Snapchat. There's other ones that we have found out about through our SROs, through investigations, where they can change phone numbers. And just the more you are involved with your children, if you're paying their phone bill, if you are purchasing their bill, their privacy does not exist for their protection and for your protection. And so I just ask that our parents be informed, be aware, and please help us with this. I need you to know this is not a Hardin County problem. This is a problem throughout the state of Kentucky. It's a problem throughout our nation. And I'm not sure about the companies, if they have any idea of what they have created and the problems it is creating for all school districts throughout the United States. And I don't know about other countries. But again, I just ask that you be involved and know our job is to make sure your children come to a safe learning environment, and we spend endless hours to make sure that happens. But we do need help outside of the school to make that possible. So just plead for your assistance in that area. Our SROs, all of our different departments do a phenomenal job of supporting us. But I know for many of us, the 1 o'clock in the morning phone calls of threats being posted and found makes our jobs very, very difficult, and we always want to be able to tell you when you send your children to school that they are safe, and that's what we strive to do. But again, we just ask for your assistance in making that possible.
Well said.
Thank you.
Yes.
I guess if there's anything positive coming out of it, we at least have people reporting things that they see,
Yes.
which is necessary too.
Yeah.
So,
And we do. Just like John recognized one of our students for calling 911 for, or to get their teacher help from the front office, we have students doing just great things by reporting to their parents. And thank you for reminding me of that, and we'll say this in the video. The worst thing you can do is repost or think you're being helpful by sending a message to all of your friends about not going to school tomorrow. That is not helpful. Helpful is taking it to your parent and saying, here's something I've seen, so that they can call a trusted adult, and then we can take action from there. But passing it to a friend who is not in a position to help you is not helpful.
absolutely. All right. I do not believe we need an executive session today or tonight. Had a lengthy one this afternoon. Board calendar, September 20th at 9, Central Hardin High School football field ribbon cutting. September 24th at 5:30, there's board working session at central office. September 26th at 9 is the new West Hardin Middle School groundbreaking. September 26th at 11 is the HCS Distinguished Alumni Luncheon. And October 7th through the 11th is fall break. October 14th, school is dismissed for Professional Learning Day for staff. October 15th at 5:30, another board working session, central office. October 17th will be our next regular board meeting. The lunch meeting will be at Bluegrass Middle with the evening meeting back here. And then October 24th is the KSBA 4th Region meeting in Meade County, which I know we're all looking forward to. So, unless anyone has anything else, we'll entertain a motion.
Making the motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all for coming out tonight.